And
they're crunking.
Yeah. Yeah, they just get so crunkenized. They're, preoccupied with your fantasy football team.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that they'll all smile, and I saw this in Harden, and get like a little demon look in their eyes, and like go, it's mine. I like being conned. And I don't understand. It's like, hey, you're being conned. And like, I like it, because it's like yuppies. You'll go, hey, Trans-Texas Corridor is foreign owned. It's taking over. It's a scam. We pay to be their slave. Or, hey, 23.7 trillion, we pay interest on the money we give the banks. And yuppies will like giggle and go, I got a Mercedes. It's like, woo, I like it. And it's like, don't you, man, I'm telling you, we're in trouble.
Man, it's almost as if I've said this before, but when you work out and you get sore, or if you play when you're a kid, you play football or whatever sport and you're sore, you're beaten up afterwards. And for whatever reason, that next day, it hurts, but it feels good. And it's like that's what's going on. People just getting beat up and, having to play the game, and they don't even understand that they're beaten down and sore, and for whatever reason.
Exactly, but, I mean, they revel in being scammed. Yeah. They love it. All right, good job, Hartman. I appreciate you coming in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is the pimp game. And now, again, locals that were awake, they were upset about what had happened. They understood the scam. Their eyes were alive. They had very sad concern. But then you had all the fat cats. And I mean, folks, a fat cat was somebody that owned, a dry cleaners, or somebody that owned a tiny restaurant. And they would just strut around and tell you, I'm pretty important in this town, and I like American police force. And I go, you don't care he's a felon? They go, no, I like it. And I would just be going, and they'd like, now why don't you get the hell out of here, foreigner? And I'm like, but he's the foreigner running a scam on you. You want him running around locking up locals in the private jail. They're like, yeah, I do. And I walked into the sheriff's department. I'd like to meet with the sheriff. He's not here. Deputy sheriff, maybe later. And the woman was so cowardly behind the bighorn sheriff's department thing that when I was looking her in the eyes, she was acting nice. But like a dog, as soon as we turned to walk out, she bulled up and came in the doorway. It was like primitive. Like she was a chicken with her, like running us off. And she got out in the doorway and said, by the way, we don't like people from out of town telling us what to do. And this town was good before you came. And we like American police force. And we like what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, really? You like the felon? Going to take over? And even the sheriff likes it. Now, just get on out of here. Because to her, it doesn't matter if she's being scammed, as long as she doesn't think she's being scammed. See, I'm the bad one. I'm telling you the Federal Reserve is private and totally raping us. I'm telling you they're putting cancer viruses in the vaccines and writing giant textbooks about how they're doing it, like eco-science by the White House Science Czar. I mean, these bastards admit they're poisoning us. And I got stacks of news of the shots jacking everybody up. But now I'm beginning to understand psychology more. If you try to walk up to some crack whore with wearing a wig because her hair is falling out and she's always got one tooth, she's going, that's why those crack whores get like that, because the pimps give them nothing but maybe a little bit of chicken and a little bit of crack, just enough, and they're like zombies, folks. They're under a spell, and if you tried to walk up to them going, I like it, if you try to walk up to them and say, let me get you to rehab, let me get you off this, the pimp is abusing you, you don't talk bad about Leroy, mother, I'm calling him, I'll jack you up. I mean, literally. I grew up in Dallas, folks. I've seen plenty of crack whores, and that's how it is. I've talked to pastors that have tried to get them off the street and help them. That's exactly and it's the general public. They're just like, I love being scammed. I love being lied to. I love being defrauded. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so the New World Order just says, how do we make all these people prisoners? How do we suck everything? How do we make them slaves again? Say it's to save the earth? Tax air. Yeah, they'll love it. Oh, it's such a big scam. They're going to love it. And then they come out and do it and lie to you and know they're lying. And we'll tell them they can't have neighbor kids over at the bus stop. We'll tell them they can't sell watermelons on the street corner and watch the little slaves. They'll do it. And all the dramas and sitcoms and TV shows worship cops and worship military. The police have been militarized. They've been trained to kill people and break things. The military is designed to kill people and break things. This is not our military that fought in 1776 or when Mexico attacked us, went down to Mexico and kicked their butt and then came back. This is an imperial military now, working for people that want to bring this country down. And they are training the military to occupy the U.S. and now admitting it and training them. Their number one enemy is conservatives and gun owners. And now good old boys are going, I guess I'll turn my guns in because I love Petraeus. And I'm like, but the flag symbolizes the Bill of Rights. They're like, shut up. If they say it's conservative and you see the American flag right there, that means police state. That means no rights at all. Why don't you just leave America if you don't like the army deploying on the streets? Some kind of liberal commie. Oh, look at that. Yeah. All the major phone companies, all the major cable guys, all the major groups are openly announcing they're spying on you. And they openly train the plumber groups, everybody. When they're in your house without a warrant, they're spying on you. And I told the story. I'm going to take calls and get to it later. I'm going to tell it in detail. I'm about to go home Saturday morning. I'm going up the elevator. It opens on the 3rd floor on the wrong floor. And there's Girl Scouts with police and Homeland Security. And I wasn't expecting it. So I stepped out, looked at it for about 10 seconds, and then actually started panicking, hitting the button because it was too hard. It was like Body Snatcher. I was like, get me the hell out of here. What the hell? I'm in the Soviet Union. I mean, but before you